the WWE. I read an article on Forbes.com. The article title says, "This week in WWE biz, John Cena and Roman Reigns replaced, as well as Brock Lesnar and SummerSlam and more." Basically, the article goes in detail of how John Cena, being 38, 39 years old, he's requesting to pretty much be a part-time superstar. This means that he'll probably mostly be on TV like Raw or SmackDown, depending on where he lands on this new brand draft. And he's not going to be doing house shows anymore, or a reduced number of house shows. And being 38 years old, John Cena has really earned the right to really request this, because ever since he debuted in 2002, he has been, as far as I know, at almost every TV, at almost every pay-per-view, at almost every house show. So he's earned the right, and he's also a 15-time world champion, so he's earned some power and status in the company where he has some leverage on his contract, and he's made enough money to pretty much retire at his age, but he loves what he does. He loves to entertain. So he's requesting to really be on more of a part-time show, and this is really starting to really show that he trusts the superstars coming up to take over his spot. He's as we've seen in the last couple of years, he's taken more of a mid-card status to lower main event level as far as his place in the company. And that's really commendable for a man of his stature. Most guys with his experience and his leverage try to stay on top as long as possible, but he's probably at the point where he's probably like, you know what, I've done everything I wanted to do. Right now I just want to help younger guys, and right now the WWE needs that. Roman Reigns was going to be the next guy to be the next John Cena, to be the next face of the company. It's reported that his merchandise is already sold, which is probably more towards children. And if you look at the demographic, the 18 and 38 or 39-year-old male demographic that WWE primarily tries to cater to, they don't like Roman Reigns, mostly because they feel like Roman Reigns is acting like he deserves where he's at, instead of earning his place. So with the recent drug test violation that he's done, they're probably going to want to keep him on the mid-card to try to keep an eye on him, and just have him be at the lower part of the card, meaning opening part of the show, and then earn his way back up if they decide to trust him like that again. They're gearing more towards guys like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn being the guys that carry the shows of wherever they land. And I think that's a really smart move, because the guys have established records wrestling all over the world, and then coming to the big stage of the WWE and really introducing a new style of wrestling that most of the casual audience isn't really accustomed to seeing. The high spots, the real technical ground and pound wrestling, the hardcore style that Dean Ambrose has, and Seth and AJ are real technical workers in the ring, and they're some of the best workers in the industry right now. So this is more of the WWE's selected guys taking a back seat, and more of experienced, well-rounded wrestlers coming forward and really showcasing their stuff on the main event stage. And I think that's good. And this is just showing the evolution of the WWE trying to win back that hardcore audience that they've kind of lost in the last couple of years, just because of, let's just face it, they try to make Raw and SmackDown more of a television show where it's 20, 30-minute promos or interview segments versus the actual in-ring work, which is what people tune in to watch. You get all the wrestling action on the pay-per-views and on the house shows, but on the TV shows where they develop storylines and stuff, it's all talk, and you can't cut a 20 or 15-minute promo being stagnant, and then WWE had a real problem with this 2 years ago with the Authority storyline. And I think this shows that WWE is finally listening to the audience, that they want to see guys like AJ Styles, they want to see Sami Zayn, they want to see Dean Ambrose, they want to see Seth Rollins, the guys that have really spent their entire adult lives traveling across the world, putting their bodies and their lives on the line to entertain them, getting the spotlight to shine. And I think it's a real good maturation process for the WWE. It'd be interesting to see how this new work schedule impacts John Cena. I already know he recently hosted the ESPY Awards. He did that show called American Grid on Fox. So maybe he's taking the time back to really to expand his horizons in the entertainment industry. And people forget that he's actually a pretty good rapper. And he's, I guess he's a decent actor. I mean, Hollywood likes him. And then Roman Reigns, I think they just want to really take a step back and reevaluate Roman Reigns and see where they want to go with him. And I think in the future this is going to pay off, because it's going to show WWE is going to probably look in the mirror like, you know what, we probably messed up keeping the same guys on top for so long. And the problem that they had last year was that so many of the top stars were injured, and they really had no one to really step up and fill the void, which is, I think, the reason why Roman Reigns was pushed so heavily, because they wanted him to really take that brass ring right from the start and then go forward from there. And it didn't work out because he was seen as the chosen one, the one that they handpicked to really carry the show, instead of a guy that earned their spot, like Steve Austin did in the past, or Bret Hart, or Shawn Michaels did in the past, where they earned their spot and really connected with the crowd. And it'd be interesting to see how the next couple weeks of WWE television play out. Is something reported by Forbes, so there's got to be a heavy, legitimate case to it. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think the flag bearers or the new main event guys are going to be in the WWE? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Or who would you like to see? Leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you guys later.